Hello, welcome back to the next episode of this. Where it last stopped. Now, my recorder I have set to record unlimited minutes. It doesn't, no clue why. But it cuts me off random places and it won't even let me know, like, a warning at all, so I can't really keep track of that. So, I'm sorry if my video's cut. I just can't control that. But, we're gonna continue with this lock, and I'm 100% positive I have not done anything wrong yet. Anyway, so we need, 4 torches on this? These are inputs that I'm installing. Hey, you're gonna just place torches on all these blocks. Minus that one. And this will create part of the input that leads to what's its face. the program thing. And yeah, you're just gonna put redstone along here, and then redstone torch up here, and build down, and of course, as always, I'm gonna place a redstone torch here though, and a repeater here. This is another part. Anyway, now you cannot do whatever until you get the thingy right. As you can see when I hit this lever, that'll pop up making it possible, but impossible. So, what next? Is the best question. What next? What's next? Let's see which torch uses this. The second one does. So, grab your block of choice, go to the second torch up here, and just build a layer on the back. And connect it all with redstone. Then build out to like this, and between each one, do something like that. Then piston, 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 piston. Block, 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 block. That, I have no clue what that does. I wasn't listening in his explanation. I seriously just built it and that's it. So what next? What's to do? What's to do? What's to do? You're gonna grab your building blocks and what you're gonna do is this. You're gonna place redstone here, all along this line too. Repeater, 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 repeater. And that's for programming later. Let's get into the actual combo part of this. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, I'm currently uploading the first one right now. Making them the same day. Hopefully, there isn't gonna have to be a third one. Hopefully, I can't guarantee it because again, my recorder is being a butt, like always. This is gonna be complicated, isn't it? You're gonna do this, just a squiggly worm line again, on all of these. Make sure to delete that underneath, that block that goes underneath. It's important that you do that. Place torches on all these, and repeaters on all these. Let's see. You're gonna do this with all 4 of them. But this is just another part of the reader thing. As you can see, it's basically just an enormous grid pattern that builds up all the way to the top of the machine. And each part of the grid does a different something. Now, here is the block unextended piston. Wait, piston goes here. You're just gonna do this, every other block in a 4x4 pattern with these pistons. And you're gonna place your block on all of these pistons. Whatever block you're using on the pistons. It doesn't have to be different, I just made it different. Using the same block that the Corey... Isn't this... No, I'm thinking a different YouTuber. Why did I just say that? It was a different video that I've also watched today. Looking for something interesting to build. xRush101. What did that guy do? Anyway. So now that you've done that... I'm gonna build it down some like this. Beautiful, isn't it? I'm having serious trouble with placing directional blocks today. Here, let me grab my redstone blocks. I'm gonna need them soon. Let's get rid of that TNT. I used it last episode to blow up an enormous mistake I made. So, I'm probably going to put a link in the last episode to skip to the part after the enormous mistake that I made that caused me to have to destroy and rebuild practically the entire thing. But yeah, this is really simple. It's every other block, because the torches on there, when these golden pistons are extended, they will power these pistons that I'm doing in a very weird way that somehow still works. He didn't explain it that way. You're gonna have redstone blocks on all of these. Now, if I'm explaining this really badly, just watch. It's not that hard. Every other block like this. So when you look up like this, you see a piston for all those. Now this is very, very important. Now place a block on all these. All of them. 100% all of them. Redstone, redstone, redstone on all of them. This is probably the simple part that takes forever in this build. I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna pause for a second. But for you, it'll be like a split second. I'll be right back. And I'm back after like 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm actually going to... One sec. Okay, I don't need this gold block anymore. Actually, yes, I do. Dang it. I don't need the lever right now. However, I'm still going to put them as test levers, which you don't need to do. I'm just going to go ahead and label these. Just because you don't have to. This is going to be the redstone block and piston. So you're going to do the 4x4 grid thing again. But make sure it's perfectly in line with the one below it. But there's, not including the redstone, a 2 block space between the block that the piston's holding. Which is important, sort of, mostly. We're getting close to the part where you can program a new combination into it. In fact, this is the memory, as the xRush guy said, and he's right, it is. It's the RAM. I would advise going to look that up if you have no idea what that is. I do. I have done much experimenting with RAM. mucho experimentation. But now that you're done with that, that's the last part. That's the last grid. You don't even need your redstone blocks anymore. Screw them. Now here's the red part. Now this is advanced redstone, extremely advanced. These are called bud switches that we're gonna start building. That is how that's how it selects each one individually. It uses bud switches. So you can select one when it's surrounded by a bunch of others. Which I thought how he did it, how small it was really good. In fact, the first time I built this it didn't work because I did it wrong, which was extremely depressing on my side. But I need some half slabs here. I'm not doing a material count for this. No. There's just too much crap. So much. No one's ever gonna build this in survival. But on top of those normal pistons that we just placed, or they have to be normal pistons, otherwise they'll grab each other and they won't work. But you're gonna put a block on top of all those pistons, and then half slabs in between, and when you're facing the buttons, there's gonna be one on the left too, but not on the right. And you're just gonna put redstone on all these. This is part of the bud switch, and it's irregularly awesome. Let's just put it that way. You're gonna build this now. I believe, yeah. You just need to go 4 high. Which I'm doing now. There you go, that's your 4 high slab tower of death. We'll get back to that later. And over here, I'm gonna do another slab tower. There you go, I believe that's exactly correct. Yes, it is. So, I'm gonna grab some half slabs, and I'm gonna carry this out all the way down here. You can break every other one. This is very special and intelligent. Special build. So that's why it takes so long. This is still episode 2. Episode Building the Enormous Combo Lock. Episode 2. I've seen bigger combo locks. Oh crap, what did I just replace? Something that doesn't matter. Alright. Oh, if I need it later, I can grab it. But here you're gonna place your repeaters. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do it on all 4. It's just quickly line. You'll end up in line with this last thingy here. Except for you don't need a piece of redstone on the last one. Yeah, you can just place blocks on all the redstone that has half slabs. And place blocks on the side of all this redstone here. Once you've done that, you're just gonna place redstone on all of it. This is yet again another piece of the programming. Now you're done with the bud switch. When you know what, never mind. By default, all 4 of these these lower lines are on, which means if you hit a button